Hey YouTube, this is Tyler from Team M.S.T. It's my first deck profile. I'm going to be profiling my most current main deck, my Lightsworns. I'm planning on taking it to Dallas. If it fails at my regional here in Arkansas, probably not going to run it. Basically first YouTube video for Team M.S.T. period. So, gotta make it as good as possible. So let's start out with basics. Got my 2 Judgment Dragons, main, soul, heart, everything to this deck. Drop it, win. Card Trooper. A lot of people don't run it right now, but I like it a lot, especially with how the ban list, like a format or two ago, crippled Lightsworns for the most part, getting rid of charge and stuff. I look at Card Trooper as another Charge Light Brigade. So basically, Card Trooper, mill 3, and when it dies, draw a card. So it gets you the same cards that it does, but as Charge Light Brigade, except you don't get to choose, and you might lose some life points. Otherwise, you can ram into stuff like Thunder King Ryo and all that good stuff. I run 2 Rykos. I've thought about side decking one. Probably not going to happen because Ryko is amazing. Getting rid of any card, most likely a pesky back row card like Solemn Warning, to open up the chance for Judgment Dragon to drop, or even flip it up on your turn if the opponent decides to set and tribute into a Celestia play or stuff like that. So my 2 Rykos. Also, I play 3 Lilas. A lot of people play 2. I like 3 just for the fact that it does get rid of stuff by switching over to defense position, and getting rid of back rows is always a great thing. Also, people like to bottomless my Lilas, so if one Lila gets bottomless, I still have 2 left, and if a second one gets removed somehow, I'm still going to have a Lila left for a name for JD. So 3 Lilas is a pretty safe way to play, get rid of some stuff, extra removal and all that good stuff. I run only 2 Wolves, most people run 3. I've been told several times to run 3. I've thought about it just because of the Plague Spreader Glow Up combination, making it where Wolf isn't always a dead draw, it's often even a great draw. So I might go up to 3, but right now I'm sticking with 2 until something changes. I might take out one of my Rykos for Wolf, but odds are it's going to stay the same. So 2 Wolves, heart of the deck and all, just like JD, just all the advantage from it. Groth, I can't even believe this, but most of the time I don't even mill a Lightsworn name with it, and sometimes I even forget I get to draw because I mill a Lightsworn so rarely with it. But yeah, Groth, fun card, works with every single Lightsworn except for Celestia, and advantage is always a great thing if I somehow do actually mill a Lightsworn. My 3 Celestias, a lot of people are going 2 Celestia, 3 Wolf. I'm going 3 Celestia, 2 Wolf. And it's playing really nice because not only do I have Tribute Bait out of Wolf, but at the same time I do have Tribute Bait out of all my other Sworns. So I see 3 Celestia as a very great way to play. I look at Celestia as a Caius for Sworns. Glow Up Bulb, not much to say about it other than the fact it's a tuner that activates from the graveyard. Just like Plague Spreader Zombies, so basically it feels like instead of Plague Spreader dropping from 3 to 1, it feels like Plague Spreader dropped from 3 to 2, and it's playing just as fine. Also, it combos with Plague Spreader because you get to choose what you mill. So put that Wolf on top with Plague Spreader, get Plague Spreader back to the field, Glow Up Bulb, mill off Wolf, especially when Wolf to the field, and then Glow Up Bulb's on the field, Plague Spreader, and a Wolf. So a very common play for me. I love it. It wins games because that's any level 5, any level 6, or any level 7 of your choice in that situation. Too Honest, yeah, Ghost Rare hard to see and all. Obvious card is obvious. I'm playing several lights, of course. It's a standard Lightsworn deck. Have to run 2 Honest, it wins games. I've won several games recently off of double Honest drops or even a single Honest drop just within the past 48 hours. Plague Spreader Zombie, again, another card. Most of these I don't even have to explain because it is standard Sworns and everyone sees these every day. Arcus, I run 1. I've thought about running 2 because of deep prisons and such like that. stopping all that stuff in its tracks is really nice. Book and Moon is being played at 3 right now with Maker's Attack being played in black, wings and all. So I might bump Arcus up to 2 at some point. I am side decking 1 at the moment. Lumina, again, mandatory card in the deck. Lightsworns, duh, should know this stuff. Necrogardna, I've debated on actually taking Necrogardna out just because it's sometimes a dead draw, but then it wins me games and then I decide, hey, I'm going to leave it in. So, Necrogardna, Aaron, I thought about taking Aaron out for a Jane, but Aaron does stop those pesky defense position monsters, even though they do get their effects. It's very worth it. Aaron's another name, and also, it's just, it is 1,600 points. It is weak, but getting rid of some of those defense position recruiters and such. Gravekeeper's Recruiter now, since everyone says Recruiter, that's the card thought of, but Giant Rat, Tomato, Sangan, and Recruiter itself. Now onto the spells. 3 Solar Recharge, mandatory stuff. Dark Hole. I've actually thought about dropping Dark Hole because of all the removal I already have in the deck. But Dark Hole is amazing, so probably not going to take it out. Cold Wave, this card's way too mandatory. Cold Wave into any destruction is auto advantage, especially into JD or Celestia. So Cold Wave, just way too good, should be running in every deck right now. If you're not running it, you're crazy, unless you're playing stun, of course. 2 Pot of Avarice. A lot of people like to go with multiple beckonings. I like to go Pot of Avarice because I get to get extra cards out of it instead of losing a card, and at the same time, it's just the extra draw power, putting multiple JDs back into my deck, and putting anything else I want in my deck back in my deck, and allows me to run my trap lineup a little loosely with my triptych. You'll hear it in a sec. 2 Gold Sarcophagus. Used to, I was running like 2 Monster Incarnation, 3 Beckoning and stuff like that. Gold Sarcophagus, search out JD, and you're safe. You don't have to worry about getting JD back from the grave. Or search out any other cards like Charge or Solar Recharge if you have a bad hand. Charge Light Brigade, obvious. Staple card, Monster Reborn. Foolish Burial, a lot of Lightsworns seem to not run it as much anymore. Pitch that wolf to the graveyard, or pitch Plague Spreader to the graveyard or Glow Up Bulb to the graveyard for that wolf play. If you have wolf in the hand, wolf into Celestia is amazing. 1 Monster Incarnation, get back JD or anything else that's really needed, like maybe Honest, but mostly Judgment Dragon. Giant Trunade, safe JD plays, safe Celestia plays, safe Synchros even. Traps, Beckoning Light, just 1 of it. Get into those really amazing plays. Sadly, I don't play it as much as I want to, but when I play it, normally I win. And lastly, 3 Royal Decrees. Amazing meta card right now. It completely shuts down most decks that decide to run multiple Solemn Warning, Solemn Judgment, Mirror Force, Torrential, Oppression, Skill Drain, all that stuff gone. You don't have to worry about them disrupting your Lightsworns. The only thing I hate is being Effect Veilered. Most of the time it's a win though if I don't get Effect Veilered, as long as I get my Decree on the field or they destroy it. Otherwise, most of the time it is going to be a win. So yeah, that's the main deck for my Lightsworns. My extra deck, as you've seen in the corner, I have my 1 Tempest Magician, which is Plague Spreader with Lila, basically. Gets that extra damage in. It's a brute when it comes to the deck. Just that extra life point damage is amazing, especially with Solemn Warning and such on the field. I'll pull out Tempest Magician after doing some damage, drop them down below 2,000 life points, make it where their Solemn Warning's dead, or stuff like that. My 1 Ancient Fairy Dragon, I can bring out level 7s. I've brought this guy out in defense position before, and his defense just completely shuts down certain decks. 1 Scrap Dragon, level 8s can be pretty simple to bring out in this deck now with double tuners in here. Also Monster Reborn and all. Obviously Scrap Dragon is amazing. So yeah, my one Black Rose Dragon, level 7s, again easy bring out with Celestia and Plague Spreader and all that stuff going on. Brionic, again easy bring out, just go through the rest of these. And Chimera Tech, I see a lot of machines going around with at least teched out Cyber Dragons or side deck Cyber Dragons. And I have a Card Trooper in my deck anyway, so I can just summon Card Trooper, mill my 3, and then fuse into the Chimera Tech for that free advantage. Red Dragon Archfiend, Stardust Dragon, Catastor, Armory Arm. I've actually Colossal Fire Armory Arm OTK'd with my Lightsworns a couple times. Mistworm, Goyo, and Android. So yeah, that's the deck. I actually played in my local over the weekend. Went 3-2 in Swiss. Had a fluke game against a Doom Shaman deck for a loss. Only other loss was to Fish, which I beat in the top 8 actually. Beat in the top 8, first seed against last seed, because he went 5-0 and lost to me in the top 8 and all. So yeah, ended up going into the finals. Me and the guy split. He was playing Scraps, so we just decided not to play it out because Sworn versus Scraps, he doesn't really have the best matchup, but I'd rather have 7 packs than risk having only 5. So yeah, that's my Lightsworns. Likely playing it in Dallas. If I don't, I'm playing Rockstun. Well, thanks for viewing. This was Tyler from Team M.S.T. Have a lot more videos up here soon, and hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe.